Alrighty, the next objection comes from people who are looking for a home that is out of their price range or doesn't exist. We call these the dreamers. When I started, I was new to the area and new to the business, so I couldn't recognize the dreamer. And I think the first 6 buyers I had were all dreamers, and there was no way I was going to find something for them. So I guess as a preface to this objection, I just want to tell you to make sure that you know your market, you understand what a reasonable purchase looks like. If they want a great home on an acre for $100,000, it probably doesn't exist in any of our markets. So just make sure that you know that, and you can direct them to what is reasonable. So one type of dreamer is somebody who maybe just doesn't know what their money buys, and they may call you about a house, or it's a lead you picked up somewhere. The thing you want to do is always schedule an appointment. So even if they say what they're looking for is something that is crazy and doesn't exist, just say, that's great. I'd like to sit down with you and take a look at what's out there and go over your options. Just, go into your normal appointment just like you would, and schedule that time to meet together. Once you're in the living room with them, you can say, here, let's take a look at what you're looking for, plug it into the computer, and show them that it doesn't exist. It's a lot better to show them than to just say, hey, you're being totally unreasonable. It doesn't, what you're looking for isn't out there. But if you show them, if you put in all the parameters, then you can say, what is really important to you, and what can we maybe compromise on, and start backing them out of that unrealistic request. You may run into somebody who is just unreasonable, unrealistic and unreasonable, and they're convinced that if they look for long enough and get an agent who will just stay with them till eternity, that they'll find that property that they want. Do not represent those people. Once you figure out that that's who they are, once you identify them as unreasonable, run. Tell them, hey, if I see something I think you'll like, I'll call you, and just get out. So those are a couple types. You've got somebody who just doesn't know what their money will buy, and somebody who's unreasonable. The third type of person is a first-time home buyer. A lot of times they're really anxious to get into the home of their dreams, their forever home, and they can't afford it. And so you want to kind of give them permission to buy something less than. So you may want to draw it out for them on a little graph. It's not really a graph, it's just a timeline, basically. Say, most people want to get from, no home to their dream home, and just draw it out on a line, like you would a timeline. And say, but most people, 80 to 90%, need to start here in what we call a starter home. And the advantage of doing that is you get to reap the benefits of home ownership. You've got a stable payment. You're paying less than rent, typically, in most markets. You have the tax advantages, possibly, if you're itemizing. You have principal reduction and appreciation. So all of those things come together to help you build equity. And then once you've been there for a few years and you've built some equity in your home, that will help you get to the next home and hopefully your dream home. So spend some time talking a first-time buyer through the process and help them understand that buying a home is a great decision. Even if they don't get to the one they hope to be in forever, this will help them from a financial standpoint get the money they need to make the leap to that next step. So that's somebody who we think of as the dreamer. Those are some ideas for you in different scenarios.